Good evening, everyone. Yes, we are live now. Welcome to tonight's section of our study session. So this study session will be looking at documentation, how to document our cloud projects, how to, you know, present it so that it's okay. We can use it for applications. We can use it to put in our portfolios. We can also use it to, you know, we can use it for any other professional, uh, you know, professional space. Maybe you want to use it um, for job applications, for CV, resume. You want to apply for different things. So here I'll be quickly sharing my screen. And for those joining us, this session is recorded, so please take note. And feel free to use the raise hand icon to you know to to raise your hand and ask questions. Please, if you can see my screen, indicate by giving me a thumbs up. Indicate by giving me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay. So the first documentation tool I'll be talking about would be Notion. Notion is an AI workspace. So the first thing you want to do is to go to your browser and type Notion or Notion AI. Either of them works, right? Once you've typed it, once you've typed it, you would the first thing that will appear here will be Notion. So I click on it, it would quickly direct me to where I can sign up. So this is how it looks like. So get Notion for free. You click on that. So Notion is an AI powered documentation, AI powered assistant. It's not just for documentation alone. It's an AI powered assistant that can help you to organize workflows, can help you to organize thoughts, meetings, notes, help you to even automate repeated tasks. Notion can be your one and all assistant. It can help you even if you want to do work like a virtual assistant, you want to automate business processes, you want to, you know, create smoother business processes. So Motion has a lot of applications, right? So for this particular email, I don't have a Notion account for this. So this is what I'm going to do. I will just click on continue with Google. Then it quickly sets up and signs me in, right? So this is it's loading. It's loading. Good. So this is how it looks like, right? This particular account, I haven't used it for much. You look at here, you see some basic things like notes, scratchpad, getting started with mobile. You have chats with Notion AI, meetings. If I want to do meetings, I can click on these meetings and invite members. From this meeting, we can be having live notes, we can share notes, and we can even do voice recording. You can turn on voice recording feature. Let me show you a demo, a quick demo. You can connect it to your calendar. So it says new meeting note for Notion AI. If I click on this Notion AI meeting notes, and then if I click on start transcribing, for instance, it would now start recording my audio. So for example, we are currently in a meeting and we're talking about documentation. We're talking about documentation. So it would now take everything I have said. I click on resume. It will take everything I've said so far and be giving live transcript, right? So for example, I'm talking about Notion AI and how it helps you to capture your documentation. It's taking live transcript as I'm saying this now. For example, if I say post transcription and then by starting, okay, and then I say, okay, all right, stop. Yeah, so it says it's now going to automatically everything we have said so far, it will automatically give me a transcript of it. It will read it and then make sense of it and then create a detailed summary of everything we have said. So assuming I want to do a live meeting with Notion, for example, I can do that and then it would simply, you know, it will simply capture everything we have said and create live transcripts. So there's very limited things you can do with the free trial. Like as it is now, it's not limited in such that you can do documentation. You can do fine documentation yourself. But I mean, when it comes to all those sophisticated things I was talking about, like automation and so on and so forth, you have to upgrade to get full access, right? But for basic things like the setup for meetings, or you want to make you know documentation. Let me quickly switch to another account to show you guys my Notion account, my main Notion account, so that you guys can see an example of what I'm saying. Let me sign into this email. In this place, I have some documentations here and there, which I can share to see how it looks like. So just like every other product and services, you have to have an email address to get started. So I've created a workspace for this particular Notion account. It's a bit more organized than the other one. So this is an example. Okay, let me pull up one of the documentations or one of the notes. This one is just a small introduction to tech. This one is an article I wrote. You can use it to publish. You can use it to write and publish your articles to like a website. Mm, what's this? This is a presentation. Yeah. So this is a presentation on one of the lectures I did, securing the future, unlocking the potentials of cybersecurity, um, next steps, and so on and so forth. So this particular ones that are private, right? I haven't published most of them, so it remains private. You can use and create projects too. So you see this place, it writes projects. You can customize the project, just like you have project management tools like Atlassian, Jira, you have Trello. You can also use Notion too to run your projects. You can create priorities, set up teams, assign teams, and so on and so forth. So it's very flexible. But most of those features are kind of for pro. Notion also has a calendar here. It has a specific mail. If you want to create a Notion email, you can invite team members. So let me just show you how to get started on Notion, right? Quickly, This is free plan, a maximum of 4 members, right? Okay. So you see this place, add new. I click on add new. I just want to deal with an empty page and create anything, brainstorm sessions where people can share ideas, meeting notes, goal trackers. These are different things you can do with it. Document hub can collaborate and share documents. So I just want an empty page, right? So if we can record, the assignment we did was something like setting up an Apache server on AWS EC2 instance. Like this is the last kind of project we did. So I can add icon. Let me just add my favorite icon, which is cloud. Right? I put a cloud. Uh-huh. And I can add cover photo. You see this place that is written change. I'll click there. There are many options. I want this to look a bit more close to what we are doing. So I can just go to Unsplash. You can upload from your gallery, or you can do this. I just search something like cloud computing. Okay, I like this. Use this now. Yeah, this all these pictures are from Unsplash. So it's easier for you to get your hands on them. And use it royalty-free images. Okay, so this is how I put this one. Now I can start now. Introduction. Introduction. So this introduction, I want it to be a header. What will I now do? I'll click on this. Okay, hold on. Can highlight it, and then you'll see turn into, you see header one, header two. I turn it into header one, introduction. So I can now start, maybe, let me see if I can pull up my assignment and enter some information here to save us time. You can find, yeah, go ahead. Who is asking the question? Go ahead, ask your question, please.
Please, can you check the message box or something?
Okay. It says my screen is fixed. Could you reshare your screen? Is that the same for everybody? Is that the same for everybody?
I think so.
Okay, I guess I know what happened. I was only sharing that particular window I was working in. And I guess I should share the entire screen instead. Well, this is the feedback I was looking for. Thank you for calling my attention to it. If not, I could have probably completed this class without knowing that people are not seeing what I'm working on. So this is what I was trying to show you guys. This is the environment I was working from. Notion accounts I already have, right? So this is like the assignment, last one. So I just like to pull out some information here. I want to make a documentation about it. I can just copy this introduction. It's the first time. So from here now, I'll enter this information. Before I got here, um, the first thing I did was I clicked on add new. Then it was asking me empty page, empty database, build with AI, and so on and so forth. You have these options. So I clicked on empty page. Then empty page, I added the title, setting up an Apache server on AWS instance. Added the cover photo, added the logo. This is all optional anyway. Then I added the first part, introduction, added this information. Next thing is I was trying to just reference our assignment, assuming I want to document it, right? I can just, why we do that on Notion is you can easily publish your Notion and it looks like an article and makes it look a bit more professional. And it can also serve as your personalized website. So you can just copy and paste. It will now automatically format the headings. See how it's looking. And if I want to publish this as a website, for example, you see where you see. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody's raising their hand. Go ahead. I can't be going back and forth to the meeting. Go ahead. If you have a question, go ahead. Okay, somebody is trying to join. Is exactly the problem. So I'm trying to, for example, this is not even what I was. This assignment is not about EC2 instances. The assignment, the topic is investigating AWS global infrastructure. This is a particular assignment. Good. Uh, change this. Change this instead. Right. Investigating AWS global infrastructure. So let's say that this is an there are many things you can do with this. You can even add pictures. Then I click on publish. So if I click on publish, this will now become a website. You can create, this one is free. I click on publish, right? Then how do I, if I want to view website, I click view website. It will now open it in another tab for me. Why I would recommend Notion so much is because one, you can publish it as a personal website. It has a lot of customization and it's very highly intuitive. You can do a lot of, see how it is. It looks so nice already. My Notion is on automatic dark mode because my system default is dark mode. But not naturally, in your own browser, you should see it as white mode. So let me copy the link. To copy the link here, I can click on this link sign, right? For me to customize it, I have to upgrade to Plus. So if you want to customize the URL, you have to upgrade to Plus, right? But I'm not interested in that. So let me just paste the link of this stuff I did now with you guys on the chat box so you can easily look at it. Maybe look at it now, look at it later, right? This is a quick demonstration, right? Even as it is live, I can still make changes to it, right? I can still make changes to it, and it will reflect in real time. Once I refresh it, it will reflect in real time. Excuse me quickly. Let me get what. All right. I'm back. So this, like I told you, Notion can allow you to attach pictures. If you want to attach pictures, for example, let me say I want to attach a picture here. What I can do is, you see this plus sign here. I click on the plus sign. This is different things I can attach: headers, numbers, lists, page, quote, table, image. See the image here? I can attach image, right? If you click on add image, it will now show you what you can either upload an image or a link to an image, or you can upload for on Splash or this other website. So let's say that I click on Splash and just type something like AWS. What do we have here? So many things. Okay. Or let me just write data center, for example. Good. So I click on this, right? I like that. Good. So you see it, region is a data center in the region, right? Availability zones, edge locations, and other. So now I've done this, right? See the website now we created. I just refresh this website, right? I come down. Right, it's not why I haven't reflected. Let me come back again. Okay. Is someone trying to join us? The hand raised. Go ahead, Patrick.
So I just created the account now with Notion, and I just want to follow up with what you're doing. How can we use this now for our projects? Because I'm seeing on the left side, I'm seeing agents, new agent, welcome to Notion, new page, projects, to-do list, something like that, new chat.
Okay, let
So
me just say something. It's not really going to be
how
easy
can we
for you
interact
to be in this
with
particular class. Hey, pay attention. You can't be doing it as I'm doing it. It's going to be confusing. If you could just pay a little bit extra attention to what I'm already doing and get it. It's like I said, it's highly intuitive. So see the picture I added, it's appeared here, right? A data center. So like I said, after you finish creating an account, the next thing it will tell you to either you create a workspace. Once you create a workspace, you can do everything you want in that workspace, or you can, you know, create team spaces and so on and so forth. But all those things, like I said, it's not compulsory. You can just get started already. You can create an agent, like AI agent. You can create Notion AI agent that would automate all your processes and connect all your apps. You can use it to connect your LinkedIn, your Gmail, it can help you to reply your emails, create deliverables on your emails, respond to certain queries. It has this type of API built into the system. It can even integrate with so many things like Zapier, like other applications, right? Let me go back to that particular account I just created. This one I first used to demonstrate like. So this particular account doesn't have much in it. Once you've created your account, it will be something like this. No, it's nothing much that will be in it, right? This, I don't need this. I can simply delete this and simply move this to trash, right? So a new account is going to be kind of like this. You can you can go ahead, create um go ahead, you see this new meeting note. No, we are not doing that. Agent, no. Um Team spaces, meetings, project, docs. You see these docs? If you click on plus, you start creating a web page immediately. So this new doc can you can search for a template for a document. This is a template for a document. You can either use these docs or wait, I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in this. Yes, it has an app too. I forgot to mention that it has an app. So this is how the space looks like, right? It's either you click on login or gets free. We have already created an account, so I just simply log in. So guys, if you check the link I already sent on the chat box, you can see you can access it like a live website. It looks like a live website. It gives you chance to create your this particular one is my workspace. So inside this workspace, I can I can I can create a new web page. This is a new web page as it is. You start writing, or a new page is the same thing. Like you start writing, you can you can use templates, you can use forms, you can use database, anything you want, right? You start writing. Once you are here, you can customize it to your taste. So that was what I was trying to demonstrate. This particular one I did now is just a quick way of demonstrating it. If I want to share this particular assignment we did now on LinkedIn, I can simply copy the link and share it, and it will the article will appear like this, right? I can even, for example, now this is I'll say by engineer Sister Sokoro. So that's it. This is just a very quick example. You can add pictures. You can also add links. Let's say I want to add a link here now. Edge. location. I want to add a link on edge location from AWS. I can just get the link first. So AWS edge location documentation. I need the official documentation on AWS on edge location, right? So let me look. Good. This is the official AWS edge location information based on their well-architected framework. So I can just copy this, right? This is the URL I want to share. I come back to this page. I come down. This is where I want to add the link, for instance. I want to add a link here. So I come here. Okay, no, this is the live website. This is I want to add the link. I come here, I highlight this. I want to embed the link here. So there are two ways. I can just click on this add. First, okay, that's the first way. First. You can insert a file, you can insert a code. So if you are coding, maybe you want to enter a command, you can insert a code. So I come here, I come down all the way to wait, I'm going too far. Link to a page, right? I want to add a link to an existing page. So did somebody raise a hand? Did somebody raise a hand? Okay. That link to a page means link to an existing Notion page, right? Not just to a web page. So calm down. Table of contents, table, column, blogs, emojis, embeds. I think it's embedded. For PDFs, Google Maps, no. Pixel, Slack. All these things can be integrated with import, PDF. Now, I've made a lot of updates to this since the last time I came to this app. So I'm trying to find where to insert link, but I can't seem to find it correctly. There used to be a it used to be up here. Yeah, there's another thing they do. You can also add a sub page into another page. I'm trying to find where I can find that link. Well, I can't seem to find it. Is your hand raised up? Please go ahead and unmute yourself. I can't be going back and forth to the meeting.
Sorry, one more question. Does the workspace, Notion workspace, autosave as you are working on? Just a question. And then you skipped a link to a page that you are scrolling on. I kind of noticed. Thank you.
This link to a page means I want to link it to another page on my Notion workspace. Maybe I want to add this to this getting started on mobile. This getting started on mobile is one of the page on here before. Maybe I want to add it as another page to this, a sub page. Then the other question you asked about what did you say again? Remind me, what was the second thing you asked?
Auto saving, does it auto
Yeah,
save?
yes, it automatically saves. It automatically saves. It automatically saves. All right. I don't want to waste our time. There are so many things we can do with Notion, right? I don't want to waste too much time on this particular platform. This is just one of them. Another platform that is just as useful as Notion is Medium. right? Medium is another article for, is another platform for using for documentation. You can, but why I prefer Notion is you can even insert codes, right? You can insert codes. Let me see if I can show you another one. Add new, add new, empty page. Let's say this particular page now. Let's try out that um, deployment of Apache server on AWS EC2 C2 instance. Okay. I just let me see if I can get the code and then simply attach it here. Okay. Okay, like all these codes, and I want to attach some of them to this and show the steps on how I did it. Okay. Close this. Let's move around. Okay. Yes, this is the last assignment we did. So the first things first, I have to, let's say I want to write the like I want to talk about the practical aspect now, which is um connecting your EC2 instance via Windows PowerShell. So I would say I'll come here. I'll say steps. Okay, let me create a subheading. First things first. You come here. You see this plus sign. You see you add a subheading. So I want to add the subheading header one, right? I'll say steps in creating and deploying an Apache server on AWS EC2 instance. I'll say the first things first is create, yeah, you have to have an AWS, or you can just create, you can write prerequisites, right? You can say heading 3, prerequisites, right? Prerequisites. You can add bullets. Bullets. You can do dash. You get bullet. Can use dash and space. It just creates a quick bullet. So AWS free tier account. The next thing will be what? I am here. We should have created an I am user um, with MFA, which is standard. Then maybe you should have already uh, created your EC2 instance before you're talking about creating the Apache server. So create your EC2 instance, right? Let's just say that we have passed this. Create your EC2 instance and deploy without, okay, deploy and okay, create and deploy, then access the SSH client. Okay, so let's say that I want to add the code now of how to, example code. For example, I want to add the code on how to access it or any code at all. I can just come here to insert. Can come here to code, right? This place is using code now. This code now I can copy all this sudo. Okay, for example, this I can copy this and paste it inside this environment, and it will treat it like a code which you can run, a script you can run, right? So let's say step one. Step one will be connect. No, Control Z. Step one will be what? Connect your instance where connect your instance via Windows PowerShell. That will be the step one. So step one is what? Connect your EC2 instance to local machine. Via Windows PowerShell, right? Then step two will be inside inside your EC2 instance, run the following commands. I don't know if it's making sense now. Guys, is it making sense now? Like what I'm trying to show. So someone can simply copy this command and enter it. So if I take time and start writing out all the steps or how we did our last assignment, you see that it will look very, very nice and presentable. If I'm trying to read this project now on how you did this, I read the introduction. Maybe I'll talk about a bit about it, talk about the prerequisites, itemize the steps, and even input the codes inside the code section. It makes it look very sleek and very nice. You can present it as your portfolio. So let me go over to Medium. So Medium, I already have an account with Medium. Let me open the particular email I have an account with Medium. So these are different tools you can use. Medium. I have an account with Medium on this particular email, so there's no need of creating another one. Medium, to sign up is very easy, right? So when you sign up, it's an article. It's not just for tech or for professional space. It can people use it for different things. People use it for writing, for professional writing, for proofreading, writing stories, and so on and so forth. So if you set up your account, you see that it will be like this. You can view your own profile, right? From this profile, you can see I have one. Okay, this is one article I have here on my profile. It says creating creating my first virtual machine, a DevOps engineer journey. I wrote this article and I talked about virtualization, what it's all about, what is required and how it helps you, and also how it relates to cloud engineering, right? What is the hypervisor and so on and so forth. And then I also did you can also enter the instructions step by step, insert screenshots or insert images. You can also add code if you want, so on and so forth. So this is just an example of an article on Medium. So I can also share this as a documentation, right? Then another place you can also use for the documentation is Dev.to. Is another Medium for documentation. Dev.to. This one is strictly kind of for tech guys. So let me log in. I think I have an account with these guys, but I'm not sure which email I used to sign up or log in. So once you click continue, once you click continue, so I'll be quickly rounding up. This tonight's class will not be long because all right, this is a new account. I have another meeting that I'm supposed to be in right now. So I am interested in what am I interested in? Security. I'm interested in DevOps. I'm interested in, let me see if I find cloud engineering, AWS. Okay. I'm interested in Docker. I'm interested in, they'll be asking like these are different languages and different, you know, okay. Testing TypeScript, Linux, Android, computer science. You just select as much as you want and then you click continue, right? Then it will now suggest some communities for you. And then they said it offers you exclusive events to grow as a developer and certify your skills. Follow this tag so that I don't miss out. I click continue. It's still optional anyway. So we recommend no thank you. I'm not subscribing to any emails yet. So now I'm in this dev community, right? I can create articles. I can create articles and post. I can create articles and post. These articles include the same type of thing I did on Notion. I can do something like that, the same type of thing I did on Notion. Like something like this AWS article I wrote. I can just replicate the same thing on Dev.to. I can also write codes and so on and so forth and publish in my name, right? So once I'm done with that and I publish, I can share the link. This is an example of articles people publish on Dev.to. Then one of the OGs that is very useful is LinkedIn. Let me see. I think I have an app on LinkedIn here. You can either sign in through your browser or the app. So I think I'm already signed into to the app. So I'm using this opportunity to advocate that we all, first of all, understand why you need a LinkedIn account and why you should open one right away. First of all, LinkedIn is a space for professionals. You have over 5 million professionals in Nigeria, at least over 5 million professionals in Nigeria on LinkedIn. Apart from that, is a space where you get to connect to other voices in the industry. So this is like my LinkedIn. How do I use it for documentation? You can let it load. You'll see some information here. You can attach projects directly to your LinkedIn profile. You can um, create posts about your project. You can feature them on your LinkedIn. Let me show you something. You can look at on this place. You have you see this about session, enhance profile, and so on and so forth. Let me see. Add session. If you click on add session, if it doesn't already exist, you can add publications. You can add. Let me show you what I'm saying now. Services, education skills, projects. You see this place, add projects. I already have it, right? That's why it's not highlighting. I already have it. So for you that have not yet added a project before, you just go to that add session and you see project. Let me show you where that session is. After experience, you see education, you see licenses, then you see projects, right? This is one of the projects I added on my LinkedIn. This deploying a CentOS CentOS 2 gig VM. This one is an AWS Kubernetes cluster project. I and my cohort did last year, June, July. This is a 3-tier architecture on AWS. and so on and so forth. So this project now, we published it using Notion. Let me show you guys the detailed Notion article. The detailed Notion article of our project. So you guys will get an idea of what I mean by documentation. So this thing now, we are documenting it on LinkedIn, but the full details can be found on Notion. Let me show you guys what I mean by documentation within Notion. So this is a bank application that is deployed on multiple AWS Kubernetes clusters and helping people. For example, now you can even add video. This our particular, this has a video. Our documentation has a video, right? This document provides a professional technical. This is the video. I don't need to bore you with the details, right? So what I'm trying to say is, for example, we've created sub pages. This is a very elaborate um, Notion page. It's like a website that anybody can view, can read, and then get the information of what we did, right? You can see team members, and you can also see about them if you want, or this kind of thing. This is a squad, right? We're able to put together and run these projects. Then we were divided into teams. So what I'm just showing is this is just like a documentation of what we did. If I tell somebody I did a bank app and show them this website, there's no way they can doubt it, right? Because you can definitely see that I am not just in the team, but I'm in contributors. If you go to other informations like maybe architecture team, infrastructure team, say it infrastructure team, and also what the details of this thing. This is just one page, which is the squad. If you go back to the capstone, you see other information about it. This is just documentation. I'm trying to explain documentation using this as an example. Architecture overview, GitHub, and so on and so forth. Everything that is involved in the project. So when you are doing documentation like this one, when you are doing personal documentation or documentation in a large scale, you can use something like Notion. Notion is very good, very good. And it's kind of standard, right? You can use it to do what you want. You can create sub pages. You can do a lot of things. You can write codes. So this is just an example using, I've mentioned how many: Dev.to, Medium, Notion, LinkedIn. Once you have these four, another one is GitHub. GitHub, GitHub is majorly for, let me see if I can find GitHub, sign up. GitHub, like the other one I mentioned, right? I already have a GitHub account, but let me just show you how to create a free GitHub account. GitHub helps you in version control, like when we mentioned about creating or when you want to upload a code, or when you want to run a Git action, a GitHub CI/CD pipeline, and so on and so forth. You can use GitHub for documentation. You can use it for your day-to-day coding and updates and so on and so forth. So GitHub has been around for a while. Let me see, continue with email. So GitHub too is a serious documentation platform, which is kind of a gold mine for IT resource guys. There are some jobs you'll be applying for, and all they require from you is just your GitHub and maybe your LinkedIn profile if they need. But with your GitHub, they can kind of take, you kind of have evidence that you are into tech, you're serious about tech, right? Mm, let's see. Oh, I didn't select country or region. I don't know if it will work. Was normally I'm supposed to select country or region. Oh, let me skip this. Go back. Hmm, already have a GitHub account. I don't see the need of creating another one. Anyway, so let me just sign into the one I already have. Let me see if I can still remember the password. I don't think this is the password anyway. Sign in with a pass key. It's not working. It's going to take us time. So I just want to let you know that if you're interested in or you want to advance in your tech journey, you need to understand what documentation is all about. And I've mentioned some key ones like Dev.to, Medium, Notion, LinkedIn, and GitHub. You can check out some videos on YouTube to learn how to use this to get started. This is not really what I want plan to handle this night. In fact, I wasn't even planning to talk in tonight's meeting, right? But it seems like Jude refused to join. He didn't join even till now. He was supposed to handle the class projects that we did. So at this juncture, I'll be rounding up here quickly. Any questions? Any questions? Hello? All right, I take the silence as no questions. Then this juncture I'll be logging out the call. I'll be ending the class for everybody. Have a good night rest.
Good night. Thank you for the class.